Hi, I'm Rafael Rivera.
I'm Nick Snow.
And we wanted to introduce our new branding. We're called POV TV now.
All him. All his genius.
I
take credit for it.
I drink and I know things.
Okay, well, however you get to the solution or the creative solution, we're here.
I think we wanted to start, we started making a name for ourselves, and I like what we've done over the past year. And granted, we kind of went on a little hiatus.
I made a couple of empty promises along the way, but here we are.
Yes, but now here we are because we are super, super huge Brian Murphy fans, especially when it comes to his American Horror Story.
And especially when it comes to slashers.
So here are my two favorite things, which are slasher films from the 80s, but also things from the 80s, even though there are some things about the 80s I choose to forget, like scrunchies and leg warmers, but it's just, I just think that it's so cool that 80s are on trend right now.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, with shows like Stranger Things, I don't know if you ever see the show Glow on Netflix, it's hysterical.
Yeah.
But it's kind of cool to see, even like as we see these college kids coming out of school now, they're starting to imbue some of those 1980s fashion aesthetics. So, speaking of fashion aesthetics, someone's sporting a new hairdo. I'm digging it.
Yeah, just lazy. It's fine. It's whatever. It might be gone next time you see me.
No,
we'll
I think you need to own it.
Yeah.
So we're excited about American Horror Story 1984, and we wanted to watch and review quickly the newest release teaser. And let's go ahead and watch it and see and get our honest reactions. Leg warmers. Someone's legs are in the air. Oof. Oh my God. Billie Lourd.
Back to the Future car.
Yes.
Moonwalk.
Oh my God. A lot of exercise with leotards.
I guess that's synonymous with the 80s.
Yeah. Walkman. I love the graphics. I like these graphics. Roller skates, cassette tapes, break dancing, Ronald Reagan, Space
What's going on
Invaders.
with the presidency here?
Might be a connection.
Yeah, looks like there's gotta be.
Look at all the dancing, Michael Jackson video. More leg warmers. Oh. Oh. Well, there you have it. It was like a Bad Bally's commercial from the 80s. It's a lot of leotards, blood, and weird images, but
it's definitely kind of a theme song you expect to hear in like Friday the 13th, or like it definitely suits the aesthetic they're going for.
There's so much hype going on this season. I'm really liking where it's going, and I wanted to point out something that you mentioned is that it looks like Evan Peters is not in this season, and Sarah Paulson, which are two of our favorite actors that are always repeats, and this is the first time that they're not in the season.
Yeah, what are your potential theories behind that? Not into the theme? Other things in the works for them? What do you think?
I don't know, because I think maybe that they're just trying to find another opportunity to break out of this cycle. Maybe they want to do more, because I think Sarah Paulson really did an amazing job when she did O.J. Simpson playing Marsha Clark. I think it was a huge breakout role for her, and she also got a taste of directing last season, where she directed one of the episodes. So I have a feeling that it's not a matter of whether they were asked to come back. I think they chose not to come back. I think they're trying to pursue other venues, other ventures. So.
Well, Evan Peters seems to get not the best character every season.
No, that's true.
So maybe that has something to do with it from his point of view. I just seem like he always either gets like randomly killed off in some strange way, or just his character is. I always seem to like his character, but it seems like he's not very likable or someone you get attached to.
Yes.
So I wonder if that may be.
It could be a frustration, and Cody Fern kind of slid in as the new golden boy with his performance last season as well, and I think a lot of fans gravitated toward him. So I don't know. Maybe Cody Fern's the new number one, and he felt slotted down. That's Hollywood for you.
Bummer.
It is a bummer, but I hate Evan Peters. I wouldn't kick him with that.
Much love from us, at least.
Absolutely.
Not a consolation prize, I'm sure, but.
So let's talk about some of these actors that are in here. So you pointed out Leslie Grossman.
Yes.
I love her. I love her Farrah Fawcett hairdo and her bus windshield glasses, as I called them back then. You're just waiting for the wipers to go like this on them. But she looks like she is living her best life as a guidance counselor or a principal. I don't know what's her character, her role. It looks very matronly, but
right. I don't know if she's like the director of the summer camp.
She has to be, because she's got the Jesus cross around her neck, and then she's got the scarf on the side, which means she's available. So there you have it.
There's what we learned today.
You never knew that? The scarf on the side?
Personally, I did not know that.
Oh my God. It was an old Happy Days episode. I'll never forget it. I grew up with Happy Days, and it was it took place in Big Al's, the diner where the kids hung out, and there were these two B character girls in the booth talking to each other, and she was like, this is when you're available, and you wear the scarf this way when you're steady. And I'm like, oh, that makes so much sense. So Leslie Grossman is obviously available for Jesus.
So just keep that in mind as you're putting on your scarves daily, everyone.
What else we got? Okay, so can we start with our favorite Emma Roberts? First of all, she looks flat-chested in this one. What's going on with this like
That's
flesh?
what you're gonna start with?
Well, she's flesh tone leotard, and it's not the most flattering thing that she's ever worn.
Okay.
And she's got the mousy brown hair too. She's always
Yes.
known for her locks being platinum blonde, and I always think of her in Scream Queens with the Chanels, and this isn't happening.
No, it looks like we're getting kind of the typical 80s good girl, sweet, innocent.
Yeah, so unlike her.
Right.
Yeah.
Which, again, kind of going back to what you said, maybe some of the Sarah Paulson or whoever kind of branching away from this is, I feel like each season there's such an array of characters, so you kind of, I don't know, I feel like you can kind of play whoever you want, and, season to season, you're not playing the same character every single season.
Well, I also think she's also diversifying herself, because
I think she's gotten so much attention from this.
She's gotten a lot better the last season.
Yeah.
Her character blossomed, and she had more depth in her character. What was her name? I can't remember. Emma Roberts' character, whatever. The witch, the bitchy witch. I don't know, but her and Billy Porter, when they had their little excursion to Murder House, it just got to see her true colors as an actress.
True.
Really, I think we got to see her in a better light, but I think maybe she's just trying to diversify as an actor and kind of dumb it down. And I'm sidestepping here, but back in the 90s and the late 80s, there was an actress called Daryl Hannah, and she was known for playing these pretty buxom blonde type characters, but she dumped
Maybe a mermaid.
Yeah, the mermaid splash. And then she really changed gears when she played Annelle in Steel Magnolias, where she played the hokey hairdresser that had the glasses and was all nerdy and nervous and turned Bible thumper. So she chose a role that had a little bit more depth and would be a little bit more difficult, and not to just get away on one's looks, which I think maybe this is her version of doing that. Like, let me show the world my flat chest and rock some hair.
We're looking forward to it regardless.
Absolutely. So can we talk about Cody Fern's? So I'll let you take this one.
Well, we're looking at a picture here. He looks like he is maybe kind of the 80s jock role. He's got the headband, he's got the tank top going on. So I don't know if maybe he's kind of the golden boy role, I would say. Kind of the 80s jock.
I don't know if he's a jock. I think he's the aerobics instructor with that headband. I think he's maybe a guidance counselor or a camp counselor.
That's one thing I want to see is how old they are in this. Because typically you think of like the counselors for a summer camp.
Oh no, honey! Look at those shorts. Those
Oh,
are not.
goodness.
He is not the jock.
He is not the jock.
He's not the jock.
I don't know what those are trying to tell us, to be honest.
I think he's finding himself.
Maybe.
It's the 80s. It was different times. So
he still kind of has the innocent look to him, though.
I think
they're
so.
going for that much.
I think he's definitely innocent. I definitely think he's going to be a victim. I don't know if he's going to be.
Yeah, there's a lot of people, and not that many survive these things. So
he's.
I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, and then but you know what? We get another season with Billie Lourd. I'm so happy about that. And I'm digging her like cherry bomb
Yes.
look with the blue eyeshadow and the hairband hair. And I hate myself for loving you leotard. Joan Jett realness. That's all I can say. It, but I'm excited to see her in this season. I like anything that Billie Lourd has done. I like how she played.
Absolutely.
The Witch of the Hour in last season, and this one, and she played a more humble character too, as well in the previous one with the one about the cult, right? She played the sister.
Yeah, she kind of always has a seemingly understated role.
Yes.
But then when it kind of all comes out, she actually ends up playing a massive role.
Yes.
But it's not as in your face, and you don't see it coming from episode 1.
Yes, a key player for sure.
Yeah, but with this look that we're getting, this is pretty in your face.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're getting a little bit of a different persona from her as well.
She's giving me Runaway vibes. You know, the Runaways, Joan Jett, and can't remember the other lead singer's name. I should know this by now. The 80s were a blur for me. But yeah, I'm really liking that. And then we got this new actor. You just pointed out that he's an Olympian. What's his name? Got a couple of new ones.
Yeah, Gus Kenworthy, which I should remember his event, and I don't. But he is a very accomplished Olympian. And
Matthew Morrison.
Matthew Morrison was in Scream Queens, and
Okay.
I'm sure Glee. I didn't watch Glee, but I'm sure he's very musically inclined. So I would imagine he was in.
Oh, the
in
teacher?
Glee.
You just want the teacher? No.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
the one
think-
that was in the. Are you sure? Okay. Yes, I think so. Yes.
Maybe he wasn't in Scream Queens. I'll let us say it.
And Billie Eichner as well is in it. I thought I saw Billie Eichner. No, is he not in it this year? I don't think so.
If he is, he hasn't
There's
gotten a lot of
Matthew.
pub.
No, then he's probably not. Oh, he is.
Oh yeah.
He is in the book. Yeah. Okay. This is a little mixed though. This got some people that don't belong in. Like, bring back Meep. Remember Meep from the Freak Show? Oh my God! If they brought back Twisty, that would be amazing. If there was a Twisty tie-in, but that would be the wrong timeline, right? Because that happened in the 50s or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss Twisty. You just don't make them like that anymore.
Such a sad character. It was terrifying until you learned his story, and
It
it
was
was like,
exactly.
oh God,
But
poor thing.
I liked his terrifying character. It was just cold blood, no blinking murder. It was.
I mean, he like blew part of his jaw off, so clearly he was,
Explain why you had that mask on.
Yeah.
But this year looks like it's going to be a homage to all of the slasher films, obviously, of 1984. Right away, we saw some Camp Crystal Lake, so it would be, help me out here, not Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Camp Crystal Lake is,
Yeah.
Friday the 13th, sorry.
Which
I'm
is
getting,
Friday the 13th right now.
I'm getting mixed. Oh, it is, yes. And we
I
also...
was born on Friday the 13th, by the way. Yeah.
Wow, that's perfect. I'm so jealous. That's awesome.
Fun fact.
That fun fact. You heard it right now. Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street has got to be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
It's just a homage to all of those cool slasher movies of that genre. And I like this cool sepia tone that they're using to promote it. Obviously, whatever they use to promote really doesn't happen what happens in the show, but
Right.
I do like this 1984 aesthetic. I like that they're following the trend now, or setting the trend really, to embrace what the 1980s look like. And it's great to see that in a lot of TV shows, like in Stranger Things. I'm a big Stranger Things fan, and their last season was everything took place in the mall, which is funny because that's what 1980s imbued was life at the mall.
Yes.
It's like,
Yes.
and little did people know that was just marketing dictating to them what they should wear, what they should be like, what they should go for in this mall. And but in this case, it'll be interesting to see what happens in this slasher film, and can we see, you know, what some of the nuances are. I'm sure they're going to be very on trend or on par with their accuracy as far as being consistent with that generation. So
Yeah, I mean, definitely, I'd say like the slasher genre is probably my favorite overall of anything. So I don't know, when I first heard about it, I was a little nervous, but then if anyone's gonna do it right, it's gonna be Ryan Murphy.
oh yeah,
And then Scream Queens was like a little bit of that, but also a lot of just like dark comedy. So I think obviously on FX, it's gonna be a little bit more blood and gore and the kind of things you associate with the slasher genre, which I'm looking forward to.
oh yeah, and something overlooked, camp. It's going to be a little campy. I mean,
Right,
that's like a
for
thing
sure.
now. Yeah,
Absolutely.
it's going to be very campy. Just looking at Cody Fern's outfit, I'm like, okay, there's going to be a lot to laugh about as people get
Yeah,
killed.
that casting video we watched where they were kind of like rolling out all the outfits.
They're like doing like their little poses,
Yeah.
like we're working out in our leotards and looking hot in our headbands. But it's campy too, and that's another thing that's on trend. It's 80s and camp, and they're kind of putting that all into one, and ironically at a camp.
Exactly.
So I play the play
Yeah.
of words there, but I think that's it's going to be very.
There's been lots of fun clips that have been rolled out on Twitter, like
Yeah.
the typical things you think about, like, oh, the couple going off to swim in the lake at night and
The kids
sleeping
in the
off in the
truck.
bed and in the truck, and some girl being chased and she hides behind the door, and you kind of know how that typically ends for the people. I don't know why I always hid behind the door. Like, come on. Like, so it's been a lot of really, like you said, on-brand things that have been rolled out leading up to this. So I'm excited.
I'm excited too. This is going to be like reminiscing and then also enjoying some new material at the same time. Like I always, when I think of these slasher films, I always think of my sister Ida. She's out there somewhere. And she was one of those ladies that would yell at the TV, "Are you freaking stupid?
Those are
Why
my
are you hiding
favorite.
behind the door?"
Those are my favorite people.
She was. She would yell at the TV like the person could hear what she's saying. And because they always make bad choices in slasher films. That's the fun of it.
Exactly.
Is that you kind of get caught up in the moment. And you're like, no, that's a dumb move. Like, we wouldn't do that if we were in that situation. And I think we're going to see a lot of those moments this season. And Ryan Murphy's American Horror Story is really good at those surprise killings, which
True.
we're going to get a lot of that.
True.
So to be prepared, I think this season, a lot of jumping out of your seat moments.
Yeah, with such a large cast, you've got so many people that can be killed off. So one by one, they fall.
You know who I haven't seen in the promos is Angela Bassett and
Okay, yeah.
our former Miss Me, Kathy Bates.
I mean, she played Misery, so she would be great for this.
I haven't seen any promos with her. I hope this would be a shoe-in for her to be a part of.
Well, you know, I'm still hanging on to the theory that Evan Peters is going to be the murderer, and he's going to be unmasked at the
and
end.
he's going to be in that black suit for murder.
No, please no. I don't need that. I don't need that. But since it's been such a big story that he's not part of the cast, I think it would be. But you can't keep secrets in Hollywood these days,
Oh,
I feel
God,
like.
no.
So
Oh, my
it's not going to
God.
happen. But if it
All
does.
all it takes is a little bit of cocaine in a bathroom at a party, and it's everywhere in LA.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's how it is in LA. You know?
Wow.
Yeah, that's how business deals are made and broken down.
Well, I'll just close by saying this is either going to be my favorite season or my least favorite.
I have a feeling
It
it's
just
going to be. I
depends.
have a feeling it's going to be our favorite.
If they nail it like I think they will, favorite.
They
And if
have to nail it Come
like,
on.
yeah.
This is so easy. This will be. I have a feeling that this will be so much fun for them to produce. And for a lot of people are probably involved in production, you know, from costuming to the script writing to camera, lighting, and actors. I'm sure they're all probably were very excited to be a part of this. I think Joan Collins is back too, if I'm not mistaken.
That'd be a special call out just for you.
Yes.
You love her so much.
She surprised me. I was like,
She actually
wow.
was, yeah.
I was
I have to give it to her.
disappointed that she was dead by the second episode, but she came back as Bubbles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, stay tuned, and we look forward to talking about the very first episode soon.
Yeah.
So, peace. That was insightful.